fans, this is actually much later than it could have been. Closing clip for the Lil Red goes to Buc-ees destination gas station segments, and we just got a shout out from a cute young lady that you see up in the right hand lane in front of us. It looks like a Volkswagen, sure, it's Volkswagen kind of SUV. She pulled up on the left side of Lil Red, and I could tell that she was pacing the car, and I looked over. It's a Tiguan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but she was giving high fives, and just now as we went by, she was filming, taking pics in the Z. So that's just always awesome. Anytime anyone on the highway just like pulls up, like in the case of leaving a certain car show, a Lamborghini pulls up on this road on I-35 right beside us, and he and his son are just high-fiving and giving thumbs up and like just getting excited about the Z, and that's what it's all about. That's the only reason for putting in as much blood, sweat, tears, and cash and dedication as I have, and other people have helped me, by the way, to bring this car to what I believe, and many people believe, is at the highest level of a twin turbo Z can be at. But and so that was just awesome to get that kind of recognition and love just now from a young girl. She didn't look like she was more than 30, but she either evidently knew what this is, or just is a huge fan of what she's seeing. I get the feeling that she knows what it is, because she slowed down and got in the right lane to film us as we went by with her phone. But anyway, so we went to Buc-ees. You saw there's a lot of footage that you would have seen previous to this clip if they're in sequence. Inside there's everything from fudge to longhorn skull statues. Literally, it's an extravaganza of over-the-topness. No, it's not just a gas station. It is one, but they don't even have 91 octane. So they're really, they have 50 pumps. If you want 89 or 87, if you have a car that can run that, you really shouldn't be watching this channel, because if your car doesn't run at least 91 octane, you're not really sporting anything significant. And if you're putting 89 in a highly tuned motor, a performance motor, you shouldn't be. I think the minimum bid is 91. And by the way, we just drove just down the street from the hotel this morning, just because we needed gas, and just the very first station we came to, Valero station, just like about 2 blocks from the hotel, had 93 octane for $3.99 a gallon, which no ethanol, which we can't. I don't even know where $3.99 exists in Oklahoma City for 91 octane, let alone 93. But anyway, yeah. So Buc-ees Beavers, yeah, it's something. I'm glad I went to it and got to GoPro it for you, and so you now, if you've never been, you know what Buc-ees Beavers is all about on the outside, on the inside. We walked around the store. I bought presents for my granddaughter and grandson, and also for my daughter, and talked to people and GoPro'd pretty much the whole scene, except for the convenience store side of the location. I didn't really feel there's anything over there that you needed to see, or I wanted to show you rather. But there was some really cool stuff, and just really didn't expect to see, longhorn steer horn, like, displays, and they were awesome. There was one that was polished metal that I would love to have for $398 bucks. Not $400, not $399, $50, $398. And by the way, their fudge is $3.86 for a piece. And I asked the lady working at the counter, why $3.86? It just seems like a very strange pricing point. Was it priced on purpose to draw attention to the strange number? And she goes, I think so. I go, well, you need to look into next person that asked. She goes, no one's ever asked. I go, no one noticed that your pricing is really odd. There's no 99, there's no even numbers, 389, 386, and not like 385 or 295. But anyway, you saw it, and so now we've been to Buc-ee Beavers. Next time I'm down to Anna, McKinney area of Texas to visit my son and family, will I go there? No, I probably won't, not unless I stumble onto $398 to buy that Longhorn steer skull. I think it's a metal sculpture. I really want it. I would go there to get that theme that I saw during my first visit, but I wouldn't go there just to go there. Even though I did interview a lady, I believe I have her on camera, who was from Washington State. She goes there to visit her daughter, who lives in McKinney, and every time she comes to visit her daughter, she does go there. She said they have amazing jerky. She said they have amazing some kind of nuts, maybe. I can't remember, but there was something that they have that she gets when she goes there. So she tried something, some kind of food product. First time she went, and every time now she's visiting her daughter, she goes there to get specific things, but she doesn't just walk around the store because she's a bored tourist, which there appeared to be a lot of. They're just wandering aimlessly through the store. But we did get to do some GoPro, my daughter with Buc-ee the beaver, the live costumed character. So that'll be fun. She didn't want to do it, so hopefully I can use that against her at some future date. But anyway, it's coming up, so just a preview. So coming up, here's the next thing on tap for on the tech side of this channel. And thank you for watching the Baddest C in the channel, by the way. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. This car appreciates it. The love they show, the time, just taking time out of your day to just check out what's some of our latest car show footage, some of the latest tech mod upgrades that we've done to the Z. Because the next thing we're going to do, either tomorrow or Tuesday, we're going to do a full transmission service on the Z. So this particular twin turbo has an automatic transmission. It had the transmission fluid changed about 2 years ago. One of those years doesn't count because it was in a race shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I have a custom motor built. So really the transmission fluid we're driving on now really has only been in the Z about a year of driving. But we're going to go ahead and change it because I want to learn how. And we're going to take the pan off, we're going to clean the magnet, we're going to clean the strainer out, we're going to do the entire thing. And I'll be GoProing that, put it on the channel for any Z32 twin turbo owners that have an automatic transmission that thought about doing it, maybe didn't want to take it to a dealer because it's, or a local auto place like Firestone, for instance, because it's really expensive. They're going to charge you $200 to change the fluid. They're not going to take the pan off. But first of all, they don't have the gasket. You have to order that. And I ordered mine from Concept Z Performance. The reason why I did, because they have a kit that comes with a gasket and all new bolts. So all the pan bolts, all new ones come with their gasket kit. Which, why wouldn't I want to put new bolts on there? The ones that I'm going to take off are 30 years old. And maybe this transmission has never been serviced. You can't do a full servicing without the pan off. So you can get the strainer assembly out, clean it, clean all any metal fragments off of the magnet, and that's its purpose. There's a magnet at the bottom of the pan in the automatic transmission to catch any tiny pieces of metal that come off, and so they stick to the magnet instead of floating around and getting in the gears or the shift bands. So we're going to be doing that, and we also have on order an AEM temperature gauge that when that gets here, we're going to do an install. I've done no homework, but I will research how to do it. The most difficult part, I believe it comes with its own sensor that we replaced the temperature sensor, one of them, in our engine block with the sensor that comes from the unit temperature through probably a thermistor into to a digital readout. And so we're going to do that. We'll GoPro that entire install. Probably be looking for another 12-volt ignition switch source in the kick panel fuse box, which you've seen the previous install of the triple gauge pod or the Walbro 485. It's not fun. It's very, very difficult to work down in the kick panel area of the driver's side of the car because there's no room. There's zero room. But we've done it multiple times. We're going to do it again. And then that's the last gauge upgrade I believe we're going to do on the Z, at least for the foreseeable future. But we want to be able to monitor coolant temp exactly, not on an old needle gauge that basically is in the middle, is normal. A little bit down from that would be low temp, and then up from that would be higher temp. But I want to know what the temp is, because the coolant temp and the auxiliary fan function in this twin turbo is around 200 degrees, depending on if you're moving over 20, I believe it's over 24 miles an hour. The ECU, or engine control unit, senses the coolant temp and the speed. It turns on the 2-speed condenser fan, which is also used to cool the motor, but